Fantastic day to one and all. Give me 1 minute, and you're probably going to want to watch the full episode on Be Fantastic YouTube channel, also known as the Kindness Revolution channel, because I'm going to be talking about my first commitment to kindness, which is the hardest, most important commitment in the Kindness Revolution. My name is Monty Cook III, aka Dr. Fantastic, founder of the Foundation for World Harmony, the Kindness Revolution, the podcast channels, The Complete Guide to Happiness, which is fantastic, and the new one, which is the Global Kindness Federation. Um, we promote the three commitments to kindness and the Global Kindness Pledge, which is being recited in schools around Africa and other parts of the world, and it's working. Because Rene Descartes said it best, I think, therefore I am. So this episode here was inspired by a young lady I know in Ukraine, investor number 15, no, 1273. And she went on vacation, and she's one of my kindness reporters. We have kindness news reporters around the world now. And she was going to do a report for me. But before going on vacation, she did a face peel, and it went horribly wrong. And she spent her whole vacation after spending a bunch of money in rehab, basically, afraid to go out in public. So the first commitment to kindness is to be kind to yourself and to love yourself unconditionally. Now, we had a long talk because I'm a life coach, a motivational speaker. I've been speaking around the world on kindness. I promote kindness. Every day I wake up and find out how can I make the world a kinder place. And it starts with you because you are the most important person in the world. If you've ever been on a plane flight, they say if the oxygen mask drops, put it on first, then help others. Because if you're not alive, you can't be of service to yourself, your family, your God, your country, your business, nothing. So you have to be alive. So a lot of people say, my kids come first. Well, if you're dead, you're not much use to them. And if you're not happy, you're not much use to anyone. And no one's going to make you happy. You have to decide that you want to be happy. Again, Rene Descartes, I think, therefore I am. It starts with thinking about the positive things in your life. I have 16,200, 300 now, plus ambassadors of kindness, and I get a lot of texts and a lot of questions because people are confused. People are upset with society. I call it the insanity of humanity. It's a mixed up world. There's 8 billion people all going their different directions, and it can be confusing. 70% of people are depressed, according to statistics. I didn't make that up. And so I've been speaking on the three commitments, which is be kind to yourself, others, and the planet, for years. And it's manifesting results if people listen. But because it's free, people don't listen. If you pay me $1,000 for therapy, you're going to listen because you paid a lot of your hard-earned money for advice. Now, I'm not a real doctor. You know, I made a little funny video the other day on all the doctors in my family. Dr. Six, Dr. Seuss, Dr. J, um, Dr. Dre, Dr. Evil, all my family members, because you got to have a sense of humor in life. But the reason most people are depressed, in my opinion, is they're thinking about all the negative things that happened in their past. And that's the past. If it didn't kill you, it made you stronger. So one of the things, luckily for me, I don't have a very good memory, so I don't remember all the horrible things that happened in my past. I do know that they happened. I was orphaned at 9. I had 3 sets of deadbeat parents, but that made me who I am, and I'm happy for that. Um, so I just want to talk and try to convince you to listen to me. If you want to see my resume, if you want to see my history, it's all online. The first episode of the Complete Guide to Happiness has my story. Because if you don't know who I am, why would you listen to me? Why would you take my advice? And I've been through a lot. I was born rich, raised poor, and thrown into middle class when I was orphaned. So I've got a perspective on life that I don't know, not many people that I've met have had. I've had an extraordinary, fantastic life. Had a beautiful marriage for 30 years, raised some fantastic boys, very successful and happy and well-rounded, kind men with their own children now. And so I have some fantastic advice. So let me get back to the young lady in Egypt. I won't mention names, but I'll give you her number, 15, 13, 1273. I remember people by their numbers or where I was in the world when the number was issued. Right now we're in the 16,000s. So in Antigua, Guatemala. Well, she did a face peel and she saw these models that were the customers and she thought, oh, and the reason I think, and not everyone's going to agree with me. And no matter what you do in life, you're going to piss off half the people. When I tell people to spend less and buy less, that's pissing off all the corporations. They want you to buy more and spend more. But to save our planet, which is the third commitment, sustainability, I suggest that you buy less and use less. Anyway, so she did a face peel for her vacation. She has a boyfriend and she's in love right now, which is fantastic. He obviously loves her for how she is, how she looks, So I had a long talk with her, and because she's concerned what other people think, like most people. I said, someone who's confident and goes out in public in their pajamas with their curlers in their hair and doesn't give a darn what everybody thinks is well-rounded, because you shouldn't care what strangers think. Now, that girl that went out in pajamas, maybe she was in a rush, and maybe she needed the curlers in for the big date that night. There's all kind of reasons behind it. And she shouldn't care what strangers think. You shouldn't care what strangers think. And people just, because of today's society that's based on looks, we care. No, we want to be liked. We want to be loved. We want to be respected and admired, and some people worshipped, But you got to have self-love. If you have self-love, someone will love you. There's 3 and 4 and 500 pound women out there that aren't going to attract most of the guys, but there are guys that love 3, 4, 500 pound women. Some men don't like blondes. Some men don't like brunettes. Some girls don't like old bald guys. Luckily, some do. Uh, so I could put on a wig and I could get my wrinkles removed, and I could dye my mustache, and sometimes I have a beard dark. I would look much, much younger. A lot of people think I'm 50. I'm not. I'm a lot older than that. I'm actually 26 in my head. So I think like a young man. I act like a young man. And I'm an idealist. Yeah, I'm an idealist. I'm living my own life. I'm all by myself the last 6 years, traveling the world, trying to make people happy, and I am. I'm very happy for that. But the first commitment, the hardest commitment you're ever going to make in your life, is to be kind to yourself. And on my multiple websites, worldkindnesslist.com for one, I've got a list of 100 ways on how to be kind to yourself and the results. I also have a list of 100, just the top 100. There's a lot more than that. Then I have 100 ways how to be kind to others and the results. And a third list, how to be kind to Mother Earth and the results. It's gaining momentum. This is grassroots effort. We have 16,300 plus kind souls that have agreed to follow the 3 commitments, which is part of the kindness revolution, which is part of the Foundation for World Harmony. Everything I do is geared to promoting kindness. We're launching the International Kindness University, a tuition-free online global university. That's going to be exciting. We're looking for educators that want to be part of that, uh, programmers that want to be part of that. It's a big program to do. As you know, I've got like 4 or 5 websites, and we're going to try to combine them into an app. I think we're going to call it the Fantastic World app, because all you're going to see is positive information, no ads. We'll have a religious section for those religious people. We probably have a business section for those business, but it's about kindness, sharing positive information. That's why we launched the kindnessnewsnetwork.org. Or is it .com? I think it's both. And we have kindness news reporters that are going to be reporting and are reporting on positive things that are happening in the world. The major media finally got it together and started putting one kind piece of positive information at the end of their horrific, negative newscasts, which are entertainment shows. Humans love a train wreck. They love to see how many people died, how many natural disasters, and they claim they need to keep up with the times by watching that negative news. People who are not watching the news are much happier than people who are watching the news. And so I do everything I can to promote kindness. We have the kindness club, we have the kindness classes that we always looking for more volunteers to spread them out. We're huge in Africa. The Africans really get kindness. There's scammers all around the world, of course, but there are a lot of kind people in the world too. And I'm on a mission. I'm dedicating the rest of my life to promoting kindness. It turns out the United Nations has got wind of us, and they're working on getting us to be an international NGO. And with that status, we can support our hundreds of ambassadors that have local NGOs and national NGOs. And that's what the United Nations wants to do. They want to support NGOs, but they typically support them through the International NGO Network. There's only 75,000 INGOs and 14 million NGOs. That's a lot of people trying to do a lot of good. Unfortunately, there are some evil people behind those NGOs, believe it or not. By law, and at least in America, you only have to put 5% of the money you raise to a charity. It's ridiculous. Our Foundation for World Harmony is going to show 100% transparency. Every dollar goes to the cause. I mean, there'll be some administration costs, of course, very little because we have a lot of volunteers. But when let's say you want to donate a borehole to a community, well, we're going to show you the video of it being dug, of it being christened, of it being delivered, and we're putting them near schools so the children and the mothers can bring home water from the school. And we have that's another one we're doing. Oh, we have so many programs; it's hard to keep track. But you got this is getting back to the main subject here today is to start to love yourself, and it's not easy. Just look at the people that have destroyed their lives with their looks because they cared so much about their looks. Looking in the mirror is not very healthy. I always say jokingly and literally, if you never want to age another day the rest of your life, don't look at your reflections in the mirror, in the water, in the window. Don't look at your reflection because I still think I look like a 26-year-old with long hair. I was good looking. I was tan. So um, I think sometimes I lose my train. These 2,800 videos on this channel here, and this will be reposted on the Global Kindness Federation podcast, are never scripted. It's just me talking from the heart, from experience, hoping that you'll learn from my mistakes. I made mistakes. We all make mistakes. It happens. I've been talking to inanimate objects for years now. I'm getting pretty comfortable. But I also talk in front of crowds, trying to get rid of the screen here. What does this say here? Clean here. Now get rid of this. Trying to get rid of that. Sorry about that. Anyway, um, don't stop caring what other people think. Just a couple Michael Jackson. He was a very good-looking young man, and he looked in the mirror all day long, and he looked like a monster at the end of many, many, many operations. You've seen women that their lip jobs went wrong, big, big lips. And women put bigger butts for some reason. The facelifts went wrong. This girl in Egypt, she had to spend the whole vacation with her face on fire. Poor thing. And I'm trying to tell her, you were beautiful before, but I wanted to take care of my skin. Nature takes care of that with moisturizers, and you don't have acid on your face to look better. And wrinkles some people think they're sexy, and people who don't think they're sexy, you don't want to be with them. It's the inside that matters. I know it's not politically correct to say there's ugly people in the world, but we all know that. They found love because they're inside, they're beautiful inside. It's not the package, it's what's inside the package. I always say you're a book. The cover of the book may look beautiful, it may not look so beautiful, but it's what's inside the book that counts, what's inside you, your heart. And luckily, I've attracted a lot of fantastic people that say, how can I help? I don't want you to be involved in this if you're saying, how, or what's in it for me? I don't want those kind of people. So I've got hundreds of videos like this encouraging you to love yourself unconditionally, whatever you look like, because you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, no matter what. Not everyone's going to love you. Not everyone's going to like you. Not, and some, hopefully everyone respects you because you're doing the kind thing. But even when you do the kind thing, they don't respect you. My thing's all free. This whole revolution's free. People think it's a scam, it's a con, it's a ploy, it's a trick. There's something behind the curtain. No, it's free. We're going to go down in history as showing everyone that this is the first free revolution in history, and we're not going to take up arms. We're going to kill them with kindness. And kindness is working, and I think the United Nations sees the vision. By the way, we're going to be the only UN organization that's promoting kindness, if you can believe that. They're promoting peace. Peace has been politicized, unfortunately. I got a story for that. There, they're saving the poverty. I mean, they're doing a lot of fantastic things, but no one's promoting kindness. We are, and I want you to be part of it. Go to worldkindnesslist.com and join. Be Fantastic YouTube, Be Fantastic Facebook, Be Fantastic 02 Instagram, at Dr. Fantastic 1954 on X, Monty Cook the Third on LinkedIn, TikTok, Pallywhack, we got them all. And we're going to do more because people need to hear positive information. The Kindness News Network is going to be a hit because the people following this movement want to hear positive news. They're tired of the horrible things that are being reported, that are being done. I mean, it's just horrible what's going on in the world. And that's why I call it the insanity of humanity. And not just now, from the Dark Ages, when they used to go on Sundays to the Colosseum in Rome and watch men kill each other or get eaten by tigers and bears and lions. And for entertainment, in the Old West, everybody showed up at the town square for the weekly hanging. It's the insanity of humanity. If you agree with me, join my mission. It's for you. It's not for me. As I had one of my African directors. If you go to Africa, it's fantastic.org. That's a pretty cool site. That's where all our directors are introducing themselves to their country and promoting the kindness revolution. And he said, "I'm working for you, doctor." Like, you're not working for me. This isn't for me. I don't get anything from this except for the satisfaction that I'm making people happy. This is for you. This is for your family. This is for your community, your city, your country, the world. This is not for me. I'm not getting anything from this. And people think, oh, you're going to make a fortune on your YouTube channel. I'll never make a dime off it because every time it's something new. It's me cooking in the kitchen, which I love to do, me doing stand-up, me dancing, me interviewing people, me showing how beautiful the countrysides that I visit are, the monuments. I mean, it's always something different. YouTube's algorithm is you got to do the same thing all the time. Like Supercar Blondie, all she talks about is supercars. So she has a huge following. She's rich because people love supercars. I love super yachts. If I or if I just stuck with, I had 76,000 views once on one of my podcast or my YouTube shows here, YouTube episodes, whatever you call them. When I was at the Harley Davidson rally in South Dakota. I think it was South Dakota. 76,000 views. That was pretty cool. If I just kept going to motorcycle rallies, I'd be a millionaire and I have lots of followers, but I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for you. It's for you. If you took this much time to watch this, bless your heart, pass it on. People need to hear positive information. And that's what the International Kindness University is going to do. It's also going to teach you a trade. We're going to have apprenticeship programs. My friend runs EJet Aerospace in Florida. He's going to take an apprentice to learn how to build a gyrocopter, put an engine together, put his prototype together. He's going to bring in apprentice, and carpenters should do this around the world, and plumbers, because a lot of people go to college and end up being a carpenter. Why spend 20,000 in college to be a carpenter? You can learn it as an apprentice. Horseshoers. Most people don't go to horseshoe school, I don't think. They learn as an apprentice to shoe horses. God, the examples are endless. So if you're a company, send me an email or WhatsApp or a smoke signal and be part of the International Kindness University. It's going to be fantastic, tuition free. And God, there's so many more things I could say, but I really just wanted to say, love yourself unconditionally. And it's not easy. It goes, like I told this girl, I spent 15 minutes with you of my time. And it's just going to go in one ear out the other. And when you have a husband or wife, why would you? need to put on pretense anymore. You know, a lot of women, after they get their husband, they stop putting on makeup. That's okay. He didn't marry you for the makeup unless you need the makeup, I guess. I don't know. But um, in my whole life, I never had to bullshit. I just was me. And women seemed to love me. And that was fantastic, you know? Um, and anyway, so I ramble sometimes, but it's all positive information. You're not going to hear politics on this on any of my media, although we do have channels for that. You're not going to hear me talk religion, although we do have many channels for religious people, and you're not going to hear me talk business, although we have many, many channels for business. We have something for everyone, but what everyone can do with is positive news, positive information, the positive things that are happening in the world. I spoke at COP27 in Egypt, Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, and it was a great speech. It's online. Um, and there's so many people doing fantastic things to improve life on our planet. And that's what I'm exposing to the world, those things. And you can have some humor too. I'm going to, on the new, we're going to do an app. Any app developers out there, just get a hold of me because we're going to do an app that's going to blow the world away. The Fantastic World app. Let me see here. I'm going to end this in a second here. Well, I think that's enough for one day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share. When you see a post on WhatsApp, hit the heart or the thumbs up. That helps me that someone's actually watching. The shorts are getting lots of views. These videos are getting 5. So for the 5 of you watching, thank you. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. Have a fantastic life. Share, share, share. Sharing is caring. Caring is kindness. Kindness leads to happiness. And we're on this planet to be happy. I can go on like this for hours, by the way. If you need a speaker, get a hold of me. Talk to you later.